Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your December 2025 tarot card reading. We are going to get started with a spirit animal card to get a sense of our energy for December. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Okay. The devil is in the details, Cancer, and so we're going to find out what additional advice and comments we can glean from our tarot deck here for December for Cancer. Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Moon. Okay, so I want to talk about the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is Mercury's energy, and Mercury is moving in swiftly with some information, with some facts, with some ideas. You know, you've got the Page of Swords over here that represents clarity, information, facts, news of the day. And this is going to help you to focus on the small things, right? So when fast moving energy comes to us, there's a sense of urgency, and when it carries a message, it means for us to process it, to act upon it, and to consider it before moving forward, which really is the overarching energy message, I think. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is also you concentrating on the details, right? Tending to the small things. You're looking at your work and you're being fastidious about it, and you're making sure that, you know, it's proofread and it's solid, and that you have all the facts, all the figures, you know, all the projections, all of the creative aspects taken care of, because you're ready to move on. You're ready for that next step. We all are. I mean, you know, we have had a kind of some slow moving, sludgy, you know, quicksand type of energy where it was almost, you know, painfully difficult to put one foot in front of the other. Now, I love that your ruler showed up, because of course your ruler is the moon, and you usually get a couple of extra, well, you know, at least twice a month when we celebrate a full moon and our new moon. It matters to you regardless of where the moon is visiting, in which sign, because the moon again is your ruler, and where your ruler is, there is some aspects that will always flow to you, because that's the nature of our rulers. And the full moon, by the way, is in Gemini, and it's going to give you some time, you know, to rest up, you know, to process this new information, to take time, right, to deal with the details and to take care of the small things so that they don't get out of control. And Cancer, you're a sign that likes to process your information. You don't like to get, you know, too busy, too rushed, because you do take pride in your work. You are a quality person in your communication and just how you deal with people, regardless. Now, this is interesting because Mercury is going to be moving into Sagittarius a week later, and this is going to be hitting your house of work, your daily routines, this Seven of Pentacles that we're talking about. So this is going to affect your life's work. It's going to affect your daily life and how you move through it. You know, the day-to-day organization, and how you tend to, you know, your home, your health, and your job. So I like that this showed up, because it's saying that you're going to be super busy, and you can't let the small things, you know, fall by the wayside. All right, let's see if we can get some additional guidance here with some more cards. All right, so there's the Tower. Six of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Four of Wands. All right. So I love that the Four of Wands is below the moon, the ruler's card here, because, you know, the moon, your ruler, you're sensitive. It's a very deep, emotionally charged energy. And it just happens to be crowning a very sensitive, deeply emotional aspect, which is our home, our family. And so, you know, the universe is going to draw your attention to something in the home, something, you know, within your family that you need to tend to, and to make sure that you're taking care of the details there. But let's go back up here to the tower. Now, the tower can represent a few things, and we know that Mars is getting ready to cause some trouble for everybody in December, because, you know, there's going to be some, you know, some oppositions. And it's going to, Mars is really, you know, challenged with some of these outer planets that are getting ready to make some big moves. And those are Neptune, Saturn, both in Pisces. Uranus just retrograded back into Taurus in November. It's going to stay there till April. And Mars, you know, he is a pretty powerful planet, you know, and he kind of demands his respect as well. So, you know, there's going to be a little bit of turbulence as we shift into a brand new day for us all. And the tower is representing that. And I think for you, it's going to be in your relationships. Like, how are you getting along with people at work? You know, you're busy, you're doing a really good job, you're being noticed and rewarded for that. But are you receiving, you know, the money and the accolades that are due you, you know, or is somebody on your team maybe, you know, getting more of the attention and the accolades? I love that the King of Wands is looking over here. King of Wands is a beautiful, passionate, fiery energy. And I love that it showed up for you, Cancer. Yes, you're a water sign, but the King of Wands speaks really closely to your personality. You're very passionate yourself. And, you know, when you're passionate about something, you kind of go to the mat with things. And you're looking over here and you're like, I really don't like this. This doesn't seem equitable to me. And interestingly enough, the Six of Pentacles does indicate some balance. But I think some balance is due to you, is what I'm gathering. And I think it's coming from your job. So you're going to pay attention to that. You are going to not let the small things go by, because this is your opportunity to stand up for what's rightfully yours and to, you know, rightfully take your seat at the table where you belong. Now, it's going to affect the home. It's going to affect the relationships at the home and the work, but that's okay. I mean, you, more than any other sign, you know, well, first of all, the home is very important to you because you rule the fourth house of home and family. So you're very comfortable in that realm, and you're very protective of that home. Of course you are. You carry your home on your back. You're a crab, and you take it with you, and you protect it and the people in it at all costs. And you need to take that same attitude to this job that you're working hard at, and make sure that nobody kind of steals your thunder, okay? All right, one more message here before we close this out. Renewing your life. Wow, I love this. Radiant vitality is filling my life. Now that can mean in your home, right? I love that they've got a big box of clutter, and clutter can mean physically, emotionally, whatever it means for you, but you're taking care of it. You are taking care of the small things and not letting them grow big. I love this for you, Cancer. If it resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.